Alright, welcome back. New PTFS update has dropped. You can see some changes here to the main menu, but the main attraction of this new update is the new Grindavik remodel. The entire island has been remodeled. We've got a couple of new airports as well, and a working volcano, which we will give a try at the end of this video. So we'll start off down at Keflavik International. I think we didn't butcher that this time, which is quite good. And look at this thing. This is massive. So we spawned down here. We've got a couple of aircrafts on the ground at the moment. Let's head inside and check out the actual airport itself. So can head up here for ATC tower access. There we go. Teleport to terminal. All right, and this has teleported us over to the ATC tower, which is... Where are we? Oh, we're right on the other side of the two runways. So you can see the airport over there in the distance. And we've got a pretty good view of both the runways here. Pretty nice tower, kitted out with all the same models and equipment of all the other towers in the latest PTFS updates. But yeah, let's head back to the actual terminal here. Okay, so we're now in the terminal. We're going to add on the wall there the BBC iPlayer. And then we've got a bunch of gates over here. It's a nice terminal. I especially like the outside detailing with the different window colors. I think that looks really nice. And even just like some of the details down here. For a PTFS airport, this is really nicely made. So we can head down here for a couple more gates as well. Yep, ground access over there. And then this airport's actually split in two. We've got one section of gates over here, and we can teleport to more gates. And this brings us to another section of the airport. So we can walk down here. We've got a very long and kind of tight corridor. And this is... How do we even get in from here? Oh, okay. So that's the entrance. That is the entrance. Walk in here, and this is essentially the departures. And you can go through there for the gates. Right, that's interesting. I like the skylights though. That is quite nice. Okay, so before we go and show off the rest of this new island and all the new airports, we do actually have a new aircraft. If we go to all, it is this, the Havilland Comet. The first, I believe the first commercial jet aircraft. We've got a couple of livery options here. We'll go and spawn in Boak. Look at this. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's go and hop in. Interior, very nicely detailed. Again, all made in studio, all up to the same level of detail as you would expect with all the recent PTFS remodels there. And of course, this is a plane from the 1940s, I think. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure it's the 1940s. So we're going to use this plane to make our way around the island and showcase off the different airports we have. So let's go and fire this thing up. We can see how large this airport really is. We've got two runways here in an X sort of pattern. Multiple aircrafts already taking off as well. And we've got, I believe, 3 other airports on this island to check out. You can see there's a Coast Guard station over there. Behind the volcano, there is another smaller airport, very small airport. And then I think we have like a harbor side airport over there. Got to go and check that out though, since this is very much my first time playing this update. With the power of the 1930s, the 1940s, we can take off here. All right, we are in the air. We are in there. So passing by the air traffic control tower, that's a massive hangar over there. Jeez. Okay, so let's do a bit of a tour of the island from the skies. Over here, nice little harbor over there where you can dock some boats in. This is over at the south end of the island that we're flying over here now. We've got a little town down there to our right, just beside the airport. Guessing that's going to be quite noisy. And a little lighthouse at the bottom of the island there. All right, so not too much to explore at the bottom of the island here, but well, all the interesting stuff is up here at the north. So let's go and fly over there. You can see all the hangars down there, some rock formations, and then some roads kind of going along the coast, along the perimeter of the island. So there's the airport there. We're just passing by. Massive parking lot outside, as you would expect. We've got, we're just flying over the roads here now. A couple of miscellaneous buildings. And up next is the Coast Guard station. So I think this must be the 5th Coast Guard station in PTFS now. Pretty sure there's quite a few actually around the map now. It does look very similar. I believe this is pretty much the identical model to most of the others. Not too much to talk about with that one, to be fair. We can just go and pass right over that. But another Coast Guard station is nice. Volcano right in the middle here. We're going to circle around that, and you can actually erupt that. So we'll do that right at the end of this video. But we do have a couple other airports on this island to check out. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. We've got a small town down here. Looks like a helipad on top of that building, a little farm, which is nice, and then another lighthouse at the top of the island here. So let's go and circle around. And yes, we do actually have a sea base over there, so we can go and check that out right at the end as well. So that would make this 4 airports on this island. Was not a pretty landing, but we got it down regardless. So very small airport up here. Seems like someone's bought some appropriate planes up here. Got 2 hangars there. We've got a spawn point as well. I believe this would probably be a small aircraft spawner. Yes. Some small helicopters, VTOLs, and small prop planes you can spawn up here, but that is about it. This airplane is most definitely too large to fly at this airport, but regardless, we're going to give it our best attempt for a takeoff here, if we can actually get this turned around, that is. Just about. Remember, health and safety did not exist in the 1940s, so we're all good. We're all good here. Okay, let's go for a takeoff. Yeah, this runway is way too small for this polar plane. Okay, we got off regardless, went through the fence at the end. But the last airport we have to check out over here is a sea base. Tavaru Sea Base over here. And that's quite nice, actually. It looks sort of like a resort kind of facility down there. We're not going to land, not too much to show off. But yeah, you can spawn seaplanes down here. So this island really does have it all. Seaplanes, Coast Guard, we've got an international airport, and a much smaller airport over there. So onto the main attraction of this update, which is this volcano. We're going to fly up to the top, ditch this aircraft, and go ahead and start this thing. All right, so right at the top of this volcano, we have this red hut. If we head inside, this is a volcano research facility. We've got a nice view over the volcano there. And this is a picture of the volcano actually cascading down the side. Over here, we can erupt this. It is 175 Robux to erupt it, or 45 Robux in a private server. So lucky for us, we've got a bit of a discount. All right, so that has begun. The alarms are going, and my screen is actually grainy. Looks like radiation's on my screen. All right, let's go out here and watch as this thing erupts. There you go. You can see the smoke coming out, and the volcano, or the lava, is starting to rise up from the bottom there. You can see the pool of lava, and it's actually, yeah, it's going to pour down the side. Yeah, I don't think any of us were trained for this. All right, we've stolen an aircraft here. Get a better view of this thing. So you can see the lava cascading down the side and into the ocean there. Pretty cool view. And now it starts to spew blocks of lava. There you go. Lava's flowing down the side. We've got blocks of lava erupting all over the place. It's going to be fun to do a roleplay. I think it'll be pretty fun to do a roleplay with this update at some point. But as you can see, closer we get, the more and more my screen gets grainier and darker. We can actually fly through the plume there in the center. And luckily, we did not get hit. Now, funnily enough, there is a badge. So if you do get hit by a block of lava flying out, you will get a badge. And funnily enough, 5 minutes after this update came out, I was just flying over and I got this badge. So yes, if you want to get this badge, if you are grinding the badges, honestly, just hover over the center with a helicopter and you will quite easily get hit and killed by a block of lava if you really want to. But there you go. Island is erupting, blocks of lava spewing out nearly as far as the airport, as a matter of fact there. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you, of course, to my recording team for helping film and check out this update as per usual. If you do enjoy, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Plenty more content comes soon, and hopefully some roleplays with this new volcano. I think it'd be pretty fun to do a rescue style roleplay. So if you do have any ideas, let me know in the comments below.